Today I'm going to talk to you about the power of submission. Submission. Not submission like being a doormat. Sub to the mission of your life and the power of it. Geez, never heard that before, Mark. What does that mean? Well, most people never heard of it before. But here's what it means to me. There's a cause or a purpose in your life. And hopefully it's a cause or a purpose that's greater than yourself, that you can get under, that you're sub to that mission. Not that you're submissive to another human being, that you're a doormat. It doesn't mean that at all. It means that you're sub to the missions in your life. And if your mission in life is to have a great relationship with your kids, then you're sub to that. If your mission in life is to have a great marriage, then you're sub to that. If it's to be the best basketball player, you're sub to that. If it's to be the best student, then you're sub to that. If it's to be the best worker or the best business owner or the best coach or the best churchgoer, whatever your sub is, make sure, or your mission is, make sure that you're sub to it. Make sure that you're always planning and always thinking and always finding ways to gird up that mission in your life, to support that mission. And you can find many ways in the power of submission to build yourself up. In books and tapes, encouragement, associations, the power of the spoken word. I've talked about that before. But here's another point in submission I think that's so important. It takes great discipline, courage, and love to be in submission to another person. Husbands and wives, we find ourselves all the time in submission to another person. The give and take of life. Workers, co-workers, you find yourselves in submission to your bosses, to the authority figures in your life. These types of submissions are naturally ordered, and they're good for us. They work well for us. The submissions that don't work well, that are unnaturally ordered, are the submissions to bondage, submissions to debt, submissions to smoking, submissions to pornography, submissions to all those things that we know aren't good for us, submissions to lying and gossiping, submissions to talking ill of others and making fun of them and jesting, and all these things in our life sometimes we get submissive to. Some people are submissive to watching the sports game, the football games, for example, during the fall. They're not letting anything else interfere with that. They're in submission to the football game. Make sure that you understand the submissions in your life. Make sure you understand the difference between being sub to the mission and being submissive to a person, or being submissive to a bondage or a trait or a characteristic that's created in your life. Why wouldn't you want to take all the opportunity you have and you can to modify your life and to make it the best it can be by controlling the power of submission? Have the courage to be submissive to the right things, and have the courage to break off submission to the wrong things in your life that are impactful and hurting you. Use the power of submission to show love. I think the greatest love there is submissive to and for the other people in our lives that we love. I think the greatest example of submission is our act of service and our act of putting ourselves second or third or fourth or last. That's another great use of the power of submission. Make sure in your life, and especially in your children's lives, that you're modeling to them and teaching them about the power of submission and how important it is. And it's also life-giving. When I learned to submit, it was so easy for me to understand that, okay, if I'm submitting, then I'm not in control. I'm going to submit myself, my will, my thoughts to a higher power in my life, to a higher authority. And for me, that's God. For you, it might be something else. But when we submit to a higher power and a higher authority in our life, there's a freeing feeling that we get, a freedom, if you will, that we're in submission to the right thing and we're in submission to the proper alignments in our lives. So keep that in mind too about submission. And it was great to be with you today. And I always love talking about submission. It's such a hard category for men especially. We don't want to be in submission, and yet we're in submission to so many things and just don't admit it. But once you come to terms with it, you understand it, you know it, and you know how to harness it, it'll become a powerful, positive tool for you in your life. Hi everybody, it's Mark. If you enjoyed that video lesson, I have 3 things that you can do right now to continue your journey at E5 Leader. First of all, you can sign up for this channel. That way I can deliver weekly video lessons to you that'll transform your life. Secondly, you can go to e5leader.com, where I have a bunch more free training videos, newsletters, blogs, all kinds of great information on the secrets to leadership lessons that have transformed the top leaders in this country. In addition to that, I'll share with you upcoming events and live events that we're doing, and you can check us out on other social media networks as well. And the last thing, you can buy the new book. It's available online. It's E5 Leader. That's the name of the book. And what it is success tools to help you maximize your potential and to create equilibrium in your life. Thanks for being here. It's great to be with you. I look forward to meeting you at a live event. And as I always say, go and grow as an E5 leader and never let anyone steal your dream. God bless you. I'll see you soon.